All right. Hello, hello, and welcome, everyone. Welcome to those of you that are catching us live, as well as those of you that are watching the replay. I am so excited for today. I have a special guest. Oh, my goodness. Dialing in all the way from the UK. You want to say
Yep.
hello, Adrian?
Hey, hi Leslie. Hi everybody. Pleasure to be here.
So happy to have you today. So, again, I want to welcome everyone and let me give you a little bit of background in terms of what we're going to do today. So, really excited. I get lots of questions about YouTube. And it's interesting, this week alone, I've had two clients reach out to talk, want to get more information in terms of YouTube. So,
Oh,
it's
really?
perfect timing. Yeah. So, guys, if you've been contemplating either starting a YouTube channel, but maybe you're just, you're not really sure if it's worth the extra time and effort, or maybe you want to start a YouTube channel, but you're just not quite sure where to start, you are definitely in the right place. So, I'm really excited to be here with my friend and colleague, and I might also add my own video coach, the one and only Adrian Salisbury.
I'm
So
very used to sitting here chatting with you like this because we've had quite a few calls, haven't we?
that's right. We
We
have
carry on like this and
wonderful.
just almost forget that we've got other people watching in now.
That's right. That's it.
um,
So, guys, let me
yeah.
give you a quick rundown on what we're going to cover today. So, we are going to cover lots of juicy content. Uh, 5 reasons that you need to be on YouTube, why it's important
Yes.
to be there, right? Why it's so incredibly powerful and potentially even more powerful than Instagram. And I think that's going to be a great conversation because
Hmm.
so many people in my audience, like, we spend so much time on Instagram.
Yeah.
So, not that we're going to put it aside, but just it'll be an interesting conversation. And then we're going
Yeah.
to talk about some key strategies to get your YouTube channel up and running. And we're going to also give you some next steps, right? So that you have some direction. So, lots of great content. And again, welcome to everyone that's joining us live, as well as those joining the replay. For those of you that don't know me, hello and welcome. My name is Lesli Bitel, and I help nutrition professionals and functional medicine practitioners. I help them to overcome that sense of confusion, that sense of overwhelm associated with the business side of building a profitable practice. So, in my work, I teach the tools and techniques needed to attract and enroll those highly committed, awesome clients. And I help you to create multiple streams of income in your health practice, including one on one programs, group programs, memberships, and online courses. So that's a little bit about me. So Adrian, I'd love to find out more about you. Why don't you share a little bit with our audience today? A
Yeah.
little bit in terms of, maybe a little background and
Hmm.
how you came to be in this space.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um, the YouTube bit kind of sits on the side almost really is that I've been a photographer for about 18 years, professional photographer, and I've always enjoyed the teaching side of it and always loved helping people out that would come and go, I've got this camera and I don't quite know what to do with it. So I started teaching photography. I started a blog. I was putting videos up on YouTube all about photography and things and just how to do different things with the cameras. Then I actually had people saying to me, how do you do your video? Your videos are so good. So I actually kind of pivoted and went, all right, let's shelve this photography bit for now and let's help people with the video because it felt more important to me. It wasn't helping people with a hobby. This is actually helping people get their businesses online and things. Very much like yourself, I guess. Uh, um, so that was where I came into this. YouTube really was, I guess, because I'm making videos, it just seemed obvious to me to go and make YouTube videos. Um, but we'll talk more about in a minute the main reasons why we're doing this and why I'm so passionate about YouTube. But honestly, I had this light bulb moment a year or two back of just talking to clients I'm helping out with their video. And it comes up in conversation, so where did you first find me? oh, it was on YouTube. You did that video on this, or I found that video on that. And I'm just going, hang on a minute, there's a bit of a pattern here. Everyone is finding me on YouTube. And then with this, I have this kind of impulse to tell everybody else, you need to be on YouTube because it really works. So that's kind of how I came to be on there. And I've got all kinds of random videos in the past on my channel and other channels. But all of it is just that first contact point with people. And obviously now more streamlined and strategic about what we're doing. But yeah, very happy to help people out with YouTube, and really keen to get you up and running on it.
Awesome. So, all right, I'm getting a comment about my audio. Let's see. All right.
I can hear you fine.
There,
I don't know how it's coming through.
is that better?
It's a lot louder.
Like too loud?
Yeah. Well, it is for me. I can turn my speakers down a bit, but
All right. Thanks for the heads up.
It's this
So,
new Mac
Cindy-
Mini that you're on, Leslie, isn't it? It's trying to.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's
New
been quite an
toys.
interesting day. Yeah. So all
You're
my
very
sound.
brave.
I don't know. Is brave the word? Crazy, maybe? Yeah. Okay,
Cindy
not
says
too loud.
All right,
All right,
that's awesome. I'll
awesome.
just
All
turn
right,
my speakers
Cindy.
down a bit.
All right, great. Thanks for the heads up. Yeah, so guys, I just updated all my equipment, got a new Apple Mini or Mac Mini, and
Yep.
spent last night and a little bit of this morning getting set up. So yeah,
That's
so
well
I think
worth
we
it.
worked. I think we worked out all the kinks, and definitely upping our game here in terms
Well done.
of video. So this is such an interesting background. I don't know that I knew until I actually read your bio this morning that you are a professional photographer.
Yes.
So that's
yeah.
incredible.
I
So
know there's no kind of film school training or commercial videographer background really. It was really just me making videos of my own because I wanted to teach people, and it was obvious for me to sort of get on YouTube. And I spent a year or so fumbling around trying, because I've been a photographer, you kind of assume it's the same, but it's very different working. The lighting is totally different on video.
Right.
I'd never done audio before, never actually done any recording. So I stumbled through, I made hard work of it. And really, I'm very much like yourself, Leslie. It's all about how can I make this easy for my clients.
Right.
And so I'm going, right, don't go the way I came. Let's make this easy for you.
exactly, that's what we're all about. Is why recreate the wheel, right?
Yeah.
Let's make it easy for people, and so they can forge ahead without all these forks in the road that we've experienced.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Exactly. So tell us a little bit about YouTube. Why
Yeah.
is it such a great tool? What are those
Yeah.
coveted 5 reasons that we have to be on YouTube? And maybe you have more.
Yeah. I might have a 6th one as a bonus for you, but
All right.
yeah, just I mean, this really is just to open your eyes to YouTube, really. And I think number one's got to be that this is the 2nd largest search engine in the world, owned by the largest search engine in the world. Google's the first place everybody goes. Google own YouTube, and between them, well, on YouTube alone, actually, 2 billion monthly users watching 5 billion videos a day. And actually, that stat came in pre-COVID, so I bet that's way up on that now. That's a huge audience to not be getting in front of. And what I love, my second one really, is that I think this is the purest form of content marketing. And this is the biggest one really or I'd like to go a bit deeper on, and actually we can come back to you later with some questions from the audience as well. I'm not selling anything on YouTube. I'm putting myself out there. I'm solving problems for people, and they are coming looking for more from me. And I love that. I'm not pushing. There's no adverts. You won't find me selling anything on YouTube. But so how this works, a customer who came and joined us in our Pro Video Academy, I was on a call with him last week, and I said to him, so how did you actually find me, out of interest? Where did I pop up on your radar? And he said, I bought these lights months ago, couldn't get them set up. I finally thought, oh, this is silly. I need to go to Google, typed it in, and he said, your video came up. And he said we'd actually watched somebody else's first, didn't really connect with them, didn't understand how they put it across, really liked my video, went off and watched a whole load more, and I don't know quite the journey, but between watching that first video, he ended up joining the Pro Video Academy, booking a one-to-one call with me, and I'm now helping him out. And I just love that. And it happens all the time. And this was actually a video that I put onto YouTube 4.5 years ago. So it's not like, we're talking a bit more about Instagram and things, but those things are all pretty fresh, aren't they? Certainly in the stories, it's there for 24 hours and it's gone. This is something I made and totally forgotten about, to be honest, but it's just brought me a new customer through.
Wow.
And this happens all the time. Every bit of content I'm putting out, if I think about it and it's a strategic, I'm making it thinking, this is actually my audience would be struggling with this potentially. I'm going to make a video and help them with it. And so that's for me how this is really working. So I don't think there's a better way from marketing than genuinely get out there and people go, oh, he's such a good guy. He's got so many videos. He just helps everybody. He's not holding back. What else does he do? Oh, he does training. Oh, I'm really interested in that. And isn't that a lovely way to do it, rather than, sometimes we feel like we're tripping people up with an ad, don't we? And it's like, I certainly feel sometimes I don't like to go, feel a bit icky, sort of trying to push this sale. But when they actually come to you, I love it. Yeah.
It's like a magnet, right?
Yes.
Instead of, it's so interesting. It's, and so, on that point, so I was in one of our Facebook groups the other day. I don't think it was my group, it was someone else's group. And there was a really interesting conversation. Like, one of the big conversations we have in our field is, should you take cash or should you have an insurance practice, right? And it was so interesting because people were saying how, oh my gosh, I'm going to take insurance because I don't want to have to do those yucky things to get clients. Like stalk people on Messenger. And I'm going, oh, wait a second. Like, that is not the kind of marketing that we, no. We don't want to be touching that with a 10-foot pole. So what you're saying is, by going on YouTube, you're educating, you're providing value, and it's making you more findable in the marketplace, right? When people get on and do a search, your videos are popping up. So there's no, it's just super authentic and it feels good. And you're not having to do, we're not doing any of that.
No, you've got comments that people are going, thank you so much. I had one the other day, you saved my life, somebody put in there.
Oh my goodness.
And they'll probably never be a customer, but how lovely to think that I've served and helped them anyway.
Right.
All I'm really is certainly my eCam videos, where I'm teaching people how to do eCam. And I will just say in there, if you want to know more, we actually run a YouTube, an eCam Academy. And if you click up here, there's a link to it. That's about as much as it is on a sale. And then people come on a wait list, and then they come over later and join us. But I think
great.
One of the things, I'm kind of jumping ahead to the Instagram bit, but
let's do it.
I've got a friend, a lady who we walk dogs at the same sort of time. She's a big player on Instagram in the UK. And Rach says, my wife says, she's massive. She actually is getting on the TV, doing morning TV shows and things like this. Her only platform is Instagram. And I look, and to me, it looks draining. She posts about 20 times a day, all these little snippets and things. But it's gone 24 hours later. And Rach and I were talking while we were out, And we just kind of, Rach went, I remember her saying something about, for example, how to get this stain off of a leather sofa or something. And she said, I can't go back and find that. It popped up in a story as a little tip. She might have it in a folder somewhere, but I can't search for it. And we were going, if she'd have put that on YouTube, and I'd have gone to Google and put, how do I get a stain out of a leather sofa? Ping, there it comes.
Interesting.
So while I get Instagram, and it's very much more creating a following and people that are checking your stories every day, and there's absolutely still a place for that. What a shame for someone going searching for all this content that you've done, not to be finding it on what is the second biggest. Well, Google would push it up. That's what the way I love how they work together is if you go to Google and type something in, right at the top typically there are videos, and as soon as you click on one of those, you're now on YouTube, and now we're in, now this is what we're talking about, of getting those videos ranked on YouTube. So isn't that interesting as a concept, really, that you can put all this content onto Instagram, but it doesn't come up in a certain,
it's not searchable.
No, we go straight to Google when we've got a question or an issue. And I think for your audience, this is, what is it that people are going to Google for, that they're asking questions about, that ultimately, you're the answer to them, but how do you get in front of them other than trying to put adverts out and things, and say, look, hey, I can help you over here. They're not going to find you particularly on Instagram. Once they've got you and they'll follow you, great. You can definitely build that know, like, and trust. But I just find as a online shop window, I don't think you can beat YouTube.
The searchability alone is incredible. It's just absolutely amazing. Yeah.
And it's all totally free.
It's free.
It's not like Facebook ad campaigns and things like that we've got to be feeding the machine.
Okay.
It just goes away as soon as it's done. We post these videos up on YouTube and they'll be there for years if it's still relevant. I think you can use, Instagram has a place in pointing to. Why not be put in saying, we do it, and sort of say, look, here's our latest video that we've just posted, or here's a little, are you struggling with this? Check out our latest video, link in bio, and all of the, So absolutely kind of link them together. It's the same with running Facebook ads, but you're pointing them back to this shop window that you've got over on YouTube, and then they're going, oh wow, they can teach me. I didn't know they did this as well, and off they go, and you're just winning them over.
And it's all, I love, my audience is we're educators at heart, right? We really are. My audience is very, very passionate about the work that they do. And what a perfect place to teach. So let me ask you this. Do you ever worry? This is like the $1 million question. Okay. Do you ever worry that you're giving so much value that people aren't going to buy your stuff? Okay, guys, I know you're thinking it, so I'm just gonna ask it. All right?
Yep.
Because this is like one of the questions I get all the time. Like, I'm gonna, like, how do I balance that? So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, and it is, you're right. It is a major question, and there will be other people that will tell you about YouTube. Don't give away the how-to, don't give that bit away. You can absolutely sort of tease them and fuel the pain almost. And I don't buy into that. I think people go to YouTube because they want a quick answer and a solution. And if all you're going to do is kind of say, oh, so you're struggling with this, come and buy this over here, you know, and give them nothing. All you're going to do is turn people off, and you probably get thumbs down on there as well. I think you can do, I look at it as a bigger picture. Actually, I talk about eCam. We give a massive chunk of our training away. We've just uploaded actually, or tomorrow we're uploading about 30 new videos on a playlist, how to do different things on eCam. I will give all of that away. And one of these customers came back to me. This was a live I was on yesterday. Bang up to date, really. And I said to this customer, so how did you find me? And he said, well, I was struggling with how to do this on Ecamm. And then he said, I then went away and I watched all these other videos. And then he said, when I hadn't got any more things I couldn't do, or I'd kind of learnt it, I thought, I want to up my game. And he said, obviously, who am I going to go to? You know, you've totally showed me that you can do all this. And then the next level up is coming and learning in a community with me. I mean, you can also do, my take on this really is I think it's better to give small pieces, if you like. So go deep on a specific thing, and it's not the whole thing. You know, it's the segment of the orange kind of. But definitely you want someone. I love to think that someone gets to the end of my video and goes, "Oh, it's exactly what I needed. I'm really glad that he gave it everything." And maybe they're sitting taking notes, but they're also going, "I want more." You know, what are these other bits that I haven't learned about? Now, I don't give, for instance, I don't tell anywhere how to set up the camera. You know, that's what I teach inside my academy. I will tell you what camera I use, and I will tell you all. I don't kind of. I think of the fisherman, actually. I can remember going around a lake as a young fisherman, and everyone's like, "Don't look at what bait I'm using." You know, is this or photographers used to be very much the same. It's like, don't ask a photographer what settings he's on. And people, you know, constantly I get asked, what equipment are you using? And our best lead magnet is our equipment list.
Okay.
And I will absolutely go, yep, this is why I've got this. This is why I've chosen this microphone. This is why I use this light, and I'll compare it with other ones. And you can go away and buy it. But my hope is that you would go, actually, I've got it, and I still don't look as good as he does on that video. I think I just need to pay that extra and get the training and let him fast track me through it and cut out all that pain and learning.
I love it.
Does that make sense?
It does. It really does. So I love what you said about like maybe picking a topic and kind of drilling deep, because the thing is, guys, is you're not then it's not necessarily in a particular order, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And the other thing I want to remind everyone here, everyone on this call, I think for the most part, we're all into behavior change, right? We help people get healthier, and we do this in so many different ways, right? Everyone brings their expertise, their different expertise areas to the table. But what I think is really important to remember is the information that you're sharing with your clients it's not, number one, it's not personalized. It can't be, right? And that's huge. So the personalization is not there. And then the actual doing it, right? The hand holding that you all provide, the troubleshooting, all of that support that you provide your clients, obviously that is what moves the needle in terms of getting results. And you can't do that on a video. So I would really encourage you to let go of that fear. Honestly, I would really encourage everyone, let it go. Because I think at the end of the day, you're going to absolutely catapult your results, right? Yeah. And you're going to provide value. And there is no better way to develop that all important know, like, and trust with your audience as compared to video. So really want to encourage everyone to just put it aside and maybe just see what happens. You can always, take a step back if but I can almost guarantee your results will absolutely skyrocket. So that's my pitch for live video. Okay. If I can do it, you can do it.
Well done. I think as well, there's another flip side to this. Yes, we're seeing new customers. And it's a shop window to bring in new people. The flip side of this, and the penny only dropped really yesterday for me about this, is I'm talking to Sony at the minute about doing some work with them with cameras and things, and they're actually, I'm thinking this is going to be tough for me to try and get a foot in the door here. And I spoke to the guy, a marketing manager over here, And he went, yeah, he said, I've seen your video. I like
There
your
you
channel.
go.
And now he's introducing me to other stores and places. And I just had an email back today from one of them going, we're really excited to be working with you. We're big fans of your channel. And I'm thinking, really? But so
That's
not
awesome.
only am I kind of attracting these new individuals, but because I've put myself out and I've put valuable information out and they can see the comments that are coming in from my audience, they're going, this is an influencer, this is an authority. So if there are companies that you could be working with, or software manufacturers, people like this, if you can get out there, if you typed in Ecamm Academy, or sorry, Ecamm Live or Ecamm into YouTube, it's all me. I've totally kind of owned that space with my videos, and you can absolutely do that. And these manufacturers or people will come back and see you as this authority and influencer, or even just your audience that are looking in, and then they see that you're teaching a course on this. They're like, oh yeah, that's that guy that I've watched loads of his videos. He actually teaches it. I get to do, get on calls with him and all the rest of it. You just think, yeah, it all just compounds it. That there's so many benefits of getting on YouTube and really, yeah, doing it right. But I do think there are those, what I've found is, it's not trying to come on and do sales videos. Don't see it as a platform to be promoting on. It's all about serving. And honestly, in my experience, it might seem obvious, but the two videos that work are how-to videos, getting as close as possible to the question that someone's asking. How to hook up something on your Mac Mini. You've probably been to Google typing in something about how to set it up. Yeah.
In the last 24 hours. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is it that your audience are, as you've had conversations with them and they say, oh, I was really struggling with this was the turning point. Well, what are the questions they're asking that they've probably been off and found somebody else's answer on YouTube? You could be that person that shows up. So how-to videos and review videos are the two big ones for me. Whether that's, this camera versus that camera, best microphone, best lights, or for you, whatever it might be. Is there a different platform that they could be using, or is there a diet plan, or whatever it might be? Can you be out there doing reviews? Because we all do it, don't we? Again, probably using your Mac Mini, you probably went on and had looked for review videos on it.
Did.
Or and whether you realize it or not, there's probably people that you've seen doing reviews and you go, oh, I like them, and you probably very naturally, without them going, make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up, you've probably done it anyway.
Just because I like their videos.
Yeah,
absolutely. And they're likable people, right? And that's how it works.
So I think there's a lot of, I see a lot of YouTubes. I'm changing my thinking very much about this whole process of, make sure you subscribe, and people saying you've got to get that subscribe and the thumbs up. Actually, I think it really happens naturally.
I think it organically, yeah. If you're putting out good quality content, for sure.
Yeah, totally.
So speaking of content, where does one start, right? So
Yep.
Yeah, like
I can help,
because it can be. I'm sure. Like this is right up your alley. So yeah, where does someone start? Because it can really feel overwhelming, and many of us struggle with that feeling of perfection, right? And it's scary to dip your toe in unless you feel like you've got everything in order. So what are your recommendations?
Well, this is actually what we cover. We'll talk in a few minutes about our YouTube Academy coming up. But this is the first thing we do. And to me, this is the essential part of it, is knowing what videos you need to be making. And when people come back to me and go, oh, I've tried YouTube, it doesn't work. And I look at the channel and I look at the titles of the videos and I think, why would I ever click on that? How would that ever come up in a search? You really haven't put any thought into the actual question that you're asking. So what I do is we've got a worksheet that we work through, and it starts off by saying, who is your avatar, who is your ideal customer, and what is it? We've mentioned it a few times already. What is it that they are literally right now going to Google for? And it might be, so for me, it might be my typical customer would be an online course creator, someone that's needing to make videos because they want to get online and share with the world this knowledge that they've got. So I could sit and think about that course creator and think, well, obviously there's the equipment side of it, what camera, what microphone, and all of these things. But they're also going, what platform should I be using, and where should I be marketing this, and all of these different things. How do I price it up? All these questions is where I start, and I can just easily fill a sheet of paper with picturing, because I'm in the trenches with them. I can think these are the pains that they're going through. These are the questions that they're asking, and then I go back through it. So the next stage of it is going, right, can I help them with that? And I wouldn't say that I could help them with the marketing side necessarily and Facebook ads. So I kind of put a cross through that one. But I could help them and recommend a course platform, because that's a bit of software that I've got. I use Kajabi. I recommend it. So actually, yes, there's something I can make a video on. So it's not directly, and they've been some of my most successful videos that I've, how to do a webinar using Kajabi. I know that Kajabi is sort of a top level online course platform. And if someone's using it, they need to be looking good on video. They're probably charging good money for their training. So they are a fit for me. They are my ideal audience. So if I can help them how to set up a webinar in Kajabi, how to sort out your homepage in Kajabi, then actually I'm getting on their radar, and I've helped them with that very specific thing, not held back. But I've mentioned that I teach video as part of it, or actually what I was doing in that is I'm setting up a webinar, which is my presentation on how to make professional quality videos. So it's all going in. That's what I've found is literally to look around and again, review, what are the software? What are the things that are on your desk, on your computer that you couldn't do without? Could you do a review on it? So you can easily come up with, and I think a bit like starting a podcast, initially you want to try and get 10 videos up as quick as possible, because if somebody watches that first video and goes, oh, I like them, let's go back to their channel. Oh, this was the only video they've made.
Yeah, that's not good.
So getting a cluster up initially, but then after that, one a week is fine. And it becomes very easy for you to plan out the next 6 months or 12 months of weekly videos.
I love it. So tell us a little bit about your course.
Yep. So
I would love to share that with my audience as a potential next step for those who are ready to take this a little bit further in their business.
Yeah. Before I do, can I just ask, someone's asking about closed captions down there.
Oh, sure.
I want to just jump on. This is the eCam. I can't see who it is, but the closed captioning is not anything that Leslie's doing this end. You're seeing the little words coming along as we're talking. It's actually a Facebook feature, and at the bottom right of the window that you're looking at is a little cog. And if you click it, it will say auto captions, or turning on and off auto closed captions. If it's bugging you, that's where you turn it off. So it's not anything we're doing this end, it's in you as the viewer's end. But I saw the comment and I thought, if it's annoying somebody, I ought to just help them.
There you go.
Get rid of that.
That's good to know.
So you can't help helping people. YouTube Academy.
I love it.
So the idea is we run this 4 times a year. It's a live training event that lasts 2 weeks. We're starting the thing on Monday. And what you will experience is we have some pre-made videos all recorded, ready to go, and we drip them out each day across next week. Starting with day 1 is all about what I'm just suggesting, really kind of getting clear on what videos you should be making. Then on day 2, it's actually creating your channel, completely starting from scratch, or maybe pulling it down and rebuilding it if that's the case. Then on day 3, we're scripting out a couple of videos. Day 4, you're filming them. Day 5, you're uploading them. And that's your first week done. And then the second week is really about practicing, implementing what you've been learning. And I show up on a live every day at 5 p.m. in the UK, which is 9 a.m. Pacific time. And really, we're answering any questions that have been happening. It's all around a Facebook group, answering those questions. And one of the big things, and we deliberately keep this group down to 150 members, because we want eyes on everybody's work. And if you were to come in and say, okay, I've just changed my channel art, the banner, or I've just written a new about page, can you have a look at it? We bring it on the live and we have a look, and you've got all these other eyes looking in as well. And people will say, I don't like that font, I can't read it, or those two colors seem to clash. And you're getting all these impartial, unbiased opinions on what you're doing, and it's all in love. Obviously, everyone's supporting each other.
Sure.
But I find it's such a lovely community. People love it. So yes, that's it. YouTube Academy. It's $129. The
Oh my
videos
goodness.
that are all in there. Yep.
The price
videos
is definitely right.
Yeah, I know. The guy on the
For all
live last
that.
night said to me, he's been through it several times, and he said, you're definitely doing this too cheap. But I said,
Yeah.
well, I like it. I want to make this accessible.
That's awesome.
So
I'm going to
yeah,
go through it this time.
Good. Yep.
No, guys, join me. Okay, let's do it together. It'd be fun.
Fantastic.
So
That'd
you
be
see
great.
the link scrolling across your screen, and I think I put it in the comments at the very top. Oh wait, maybe I didn't.
You did? Yeah, there you go. Fantastic.
No, there you go. Maybe that's a little easier to read than the moving banner.
Well, I'll be happy to come back, Leslie, if some of your customers, some of your community want to come through this with you. I'll
Yeah.
happily come back and do like a Zoom call or something back with you
Oh.
afterwards if you want.
Let's do
As a
it,
little private follow-up, and
guys.
yeah.
Let's do it.
I
All
think it'd be
right.
great. And it's a lot of fun. You know, if you can be working through it together, then you can be talking to each other. You know where each other are at, or if somebody's coming on one of the lives or we're talking, and you can then just chip in and go, oh, I know Julie. Yeah, this is what
Yeah.
she's trying to do. I think it's a lovely way for you to learn together.
All right, guys, let's do it. So we start Monday, right?
Yes.
Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific, right?
9 a.m. Pacific.
9 a.m. Pacific.
So every day
So
at 9
10
a.m.
Mountain, 9 a.m. Pacific, 10 Mountain, 11 Central, 12 Eastern. All
Yeah.
right, I think I got it.
Well done.
All right.
Yeah, I never know. I know the Pacific and the Eastern, and I get a bit lost in the middle.
Yep, the middle. Yep, it's 1 hour increments. All right,
Fantastic.
Adrian. Well, thank you so much for sharing
Thank you.
all that great information. I am certainly inspired to take action.
Good.
I really am. I've been kind of dipping my toe in
Yeah.
YouTube, but I'm definitely ready to take it to the next level. So
I
let's
think
do
it's
it
great, and I
together,
think
guys.
It would be perfect for you, Leslie, and others as well. Just as I say, I think to get seen as that influencer, that people are, you know, this topic comes up, and it's the same with any niche and industry, really. Yes, there are already loads of people out there, and I mean, me coming in as a photographer, it's swamped with other people that have got channels on things. But to actually go, no, I'm going to carve out my own space in this. I've got my own style. I'll attract my own following. But just to get seen and people go, there she is again. Yeah, you know, she really knows her stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's a great way to get your knowledge out there.
Yeah,
surf
and it's
first
free.
and people will come and find you.
The platform
Yeah.
is free. It's like, you know, couldn't be better.
You're also building up this store. You know, if you find people keep coming back to you and asking you questions, or you find yourself answering the same thing over and over, you could now go, I've got a video on it, so why don't you just go and watch that?
Oh,
and then
that's
while
a
you're there,
huge
there are other
bonus.
videos as well. So you start to build up this library of, frequently asked questions, if you like, turning them into videos.
That's actually a huge thing. I was just talking to someone about that. yesterday, as a matter of fact,
Yeah.
creating like a resource library.
Yeah.
So yeah,
There
that could
you
be just
go.
placed on YouTube. And honestly, that would save time in
Yeah.
between sessions with your clients when they have questions.
Yeah.
You can just direct them right to the video. And so, yeah.
Ideally, if something in your video, you were talking about there being chiropractors and people, you know,
Yeah.
maybe there's or dietitians,
Yeah.
maybe you're talking in your video about the content, but you're saying, actually, I'm trying to find a bit of paper. I haven't got anything on my desk. You're kind of almost waving this little plan that you've put together. I've actually got a 3-page plan here, or a 5-step plan that you can follow and work through. Download it in the description. Now you're getting people onto an email list, and you can follow up. And actually, we're seeing our YouTube videos as being, not only are we, the videos we're making at the moment are not only trying to let people find us for the first time, but when someone downloads this equipment list that I was talking about, I want to be able to follow up with them with some other videos and say, hey, you know, you just downloaded that equipment. Do you want to know why I choose that microphone? Do you want to see it compared with some other ones? Here are some videos that I've made on YouTube. And you're pointing them back to helpful content that is just creating a nice pipeline. Yeah, so there's lots of different ways you can use this, and all of it will come up in the training next week.
All right. Sounds good. Well, I can't
great.
wait. And I look forward to seeing you all there. Let's see. I think we might have, let's just make sure. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, thanks, Rach. Awesome.
That's my
so
wife,
Rachel
yeah.
typed in the link. Excellent. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today. And I'll look forward to seeing you all next week. Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Great having you.